Hello there everybody, thank you for joining me once again. I'm Kim Gow from Colour Passion. Today we are going to do something a bit different. We're going to do a tumbler, two I'm thinking. We'll do a sparkling flute. These are really lovely quality tumblers, mugs, whatever, sparkling flute, double walled, and the brand of these is, Annabelle Trends, had a mental blank there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the turner, and then I'm going to basically pour the resin over and see how it all turns out. I haven't done these for such a long time, and they are fun to do. We've got that one, and then I'm also going to do a smoothie tumbler. Now this could be used for coffee as well. It's got the metal straw and a cleaner that comes in it, Annabelle Trends as well. And then we've got a lovely good sized mug there. And then obviously that comes out. So I'm going to show you, because with the cup turners, which you can buy on eBay or Amazon, I think I got mine on eBay anyway, because that's quite wide and that will fit comfortably over the foam insert that comes on the cup turners, whereas this one being small, we have to improvise. So I'll show you what I've done, and that's basically with a bit of foam, and I've just gone around and around and then shoved the tumbler on that. So that's going to be something a little bit different. If you haven't subscribed before, please do so now and hit that notifications button and give me a like if you think that there's something out of it that you've gotten today. All right, everybody, let's go and have some fun, and we'll see what we can create. And I may just put together a special little promotion with these, because I have got some, with some of the Paduo resin, because I'm telling you, the Paduo resin is the best when it comes to doing tumblers, because the gloss is better than anything else I've seen on the market, so, well, that I've tried. So, yeah, let's go. Hello there. Let's go through some setup here for the tumbler turning. This is a double-walled sparkling flute. Really lovely quality product, this one. And this is by Annabelle Trends. So I'm going to show you how we do that, because normally it would come like with a wide foam insert. What I've done is I've got just a bit of foam. You could probably even use bubble wrap, whatever. And just basically wrapping it around and sticking it into the cup, and then I'm just pushing it over the top here. Now what I want to do is make sure that it's in far enough away from this end here. In fact, I probably could do it a little bit more out rather than pushing it right down the bottom. I'm just wondering how I could do this. It's all right, maybe we can, there's different ways you can do it. I'm just trying to show you an easy way, because I don't want it sort of right down at the bottom. However, there we go, that's probably a bit better. What I do want though is that I've got this edge underneath free. Does that make sense? I haven't got the foam coming out the bottom, because if I do and I pour resin on there, it's sort of going to be like a bit of a ledge and it won't be neat. This way it'll come over and it'll always sort of shrink back a little bit, and you'll have sort of a nice neat edge. So that's important. The other side, I'm going to do a smooth tumbler, double-walled smoothie tumbler. And this one again is with Annabelle Trends, really good, and it's got like the metal straw. So I'm going to do one of those. So obviously we take off the lid, and with this here, we simply squish it and feed it into the mug. Right the way in, and it's again, I want it so that it's got it. I want it so that it's free from that edge. Okay, so we've done that. What I've got here is just baking paper, so we can put that over the top, and then we can just throw that away and discard it when we have finished, you know, with all, because the resin is going to drip off. So that's probably a good way to do it. All right, well, I'm just going to slip away now and mix up my resin and choose the colours that I'm going to use to show you today. Okay, here we are back again, and I've mixed up my resin. I've got my colours organised. We're going to use a little bit of soft white, the metal powder, white shimmer, purple passion, our brand new apricot crush, and vivid magenta. Have no idea what these colours are going to look like together, but we've got purple passion for the darker one, and then we've sort of got the other tones. So that's for our smoothie tumbler. And then for the sparkling flute, so for the wine, we've got our gorgeous diamond stardust. We've got pearl white luster, Thornton shimmer, Lorraine shimmer, and we're going to have a little bit of silver aluminium there. And then we've got perhaps our crystal silver, our puffer, and oh, excuse me. Couldn't hold that one. And then the crystal gold with the gold puffer, which is gorgeous. So I thought, you know, we might try those and see what happens. All right, so now I've got these in place. First of all, sorry, I might as well just pour these in. Now you don't need a lot because a little bit does go a long way. So I've mixed up 150 mils all up, which is more than enough. And it's actually, what I did do, I warmed up using the Paduo resin, and I heated it up in the bottles in a sink, in a pot of warm water. I measured it and it was about 33 degrees, because if you can warm it up first, then it's going to thicken up sooner, because we're splitting this up now and we're putting it into little cups. It is going to take, you know, longer, because it's only small amounts, longer for it to cure. All right. Okay, I think we're right pretty much with this side here. Let's have a look again. We're pretty good, I think. Be surprised how far this all goes. Okay, so we've mixed it, we've popped it into the cup. So now what I need to do is pop the colours in. So remember, pastes, we always give a bit of a stir. That colour is so gorgeous. So we don't need a lot, so I'm wiping everything off the bottom of it, and then just mixing what is left in it. Okay, that's our beautiful vivid magenta, colour of the year 2023. Then we have apricot crush, which is Pantone colour of the year 2024, and that is gorgeous. Really is very pretty. Okay. Again, we're going to give that a good mix. First time I've actually used these colours, and I thought, why not use them together? Purple Passion, to have a really gorgeous dark colour. Yep. And this was filled to the brim, so I'll just hopefully see how that goes. Okay, that's those colours. Then we've got that lid back on. White shimmer. Managed to get it everywhere, as I do, but anyway, look, it'll be fine. put a little bit more of the powder in than the paste because it's inert. So unlike with the paste, mix, it can have a chemical reaction if you add more than that 5 to 10%, 10% at the absolute outside of the paste to the volume of the resin. That is so pretty. That's the white shimmer, a very, very popular product. Then we've got our soft gold metallic, and we'll put that into the cup, and it's beautiful. It's like a molten lava, just gorgeous. Alright, giving that a good mix. Okay, so that's for that side, and we'll put the puffer to one side and see if we want to use that a bit later. Then on this side, we're going to mix Diamond Stardust, and we're going to mix that in with the resin. I mean, really, I suppose we could just sprinkle that on the outside, but I think it's probably good to see how it goes in the resin, because I've used the Max White Sparkle before, which turns out really, really lovely. There we go. Aluminium, which is our metallic silver, and we can drizzle that on in a while. Okay, here we go. You can see little fine wispy bits. I stirred that a bit fast. I should just do it very slowly so it doesn't make them all airborne, but it's incorporated now. And that's our aluminium. Beautiful. Okay, we've got that to one side, that to one side. Pearl White Luster. It is nice to have, we've got to have a bit of contrast, and that's why I have chosen the Thornton Shimmer for the next colour. Okay. Mixing it up. Always stir your paste first, which you saw me do. And now I might just put just a little bit more resin in that one. Let's see how we go. Okay, and we've got Thornton Shimmer. Give it a stir. Completely wiped off the back there and just a little bit left on the front, and I'll put that in here. Give that a good stir. I know there's a lot of colours here, but we are doing 2 cups. Okay, then last but not least, Lorraine Shimmer, one of my favourites, as you know. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to flick the switch so that the cups start turning around and they're both going that way. So what I'm going to do is on this one here, I'm going to start with the white shimmer. Just knew that was going to happen. Sorry everybody, I'm just going to have to grab a little bit of, I'll come back in a moment. Sorry everybody, the joys of being diabetic. I went low on sugar. I've just had a glucose hit. It'll take a few minutes to sort itself out, hopefully. I'll make sense for the next few minutes. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just going to spread this with my spatula over the end there. Because I'm sort of going white, because if it pulls back a bit, which it will, it won't be too obvious because there's white underneath. That's why I've decided to do that one. Now, what I'm going to do here is push this into a point. In fact, what I'll do is I'll make it up to, that's a bit closer so you can see a bit better. Okay. Oop. Right, so I'm just pouring it over. So I'm just sort of trying to fill in the holes, the gaps if you like, where there's white, with the different resin colours that I have. And it will dribble and drizzle and into drops. If it's too runny, then you do tend to get the stream. So if you can generally wait for it to kind of set up a little bit, then that actually will be a bit better. So we're gonna see how this is, and then we can maybe come over and drizzle a bit more. Oop. See how we go here with this. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it, I think, at this for now. And I'm just going to, that will continue to run for a bit. So better to do that perhaps and then come back to that one. And then on this one, I'm going to start now with this one, with the Lorraine shimmer, because it's not too far away from the colour of the tumbler here. Oops. I'm trying to rush it because I'm low on sugar and I've got to slow down. Sometimes it's difficult being a diabetic, let me tell you. Anyway, hopefully we'll get through this okay. Okay, so that'll sort of roll around. We'll see how that goes. Then I'm going to, I think just with my spatula actually, I'm just going to pour it over. So we'll leave that there for a little minute. You can always scoop off the bottom as well and come back up. And we'll put a bit of the white on. Again, I'm just looking for those little holes, little spots where there sort of isn't anything, and we'll see what happens. Okay, there we go. Just going to let that sit and drizzle. I'm not going to use the other colours until a little bit later because I want fine lines, and it's better to wait until they thicken up. Because you can see here, see how it's gone streaky and it's mixed colours, which doesn't look too bad, but I just want to leave it until such times as it starts to make a bit more sense. So the colours are sort of like split a little bit. Because when they sort of set up a bit, then they are actually easier to work with. So I probably could have left this a little while, had something to eat, then I wouldn't have run low. Anyway, the joys of it all. So I'm just gonna tap it. I think I'm just going to actually let it sit there and sit there, keep going around, same as this one, because it will all even out over a period of time. Covering up some of those colours there. It's actually not that hard to do, you know. It's just giving it a go. And you can order the cup turners off of eBay. I think that's where I probably got mine from. Can't recall because I've had them for a while now. But just do a search and cup turners or tumbler turners. And then usually they come up, and they can come from eBay or Amazon. So this is going to go on, you know, I'm going to let these cup turners continue on all night. But what I want to do is start to, you know, wait until they thicken up a little, then I can be a little bit more creative. I mean, I love how this is now, but I know it won't stay like that because that's the nature of it, it doesn't. Just any of these little spots I'm finding there. I'm just touching up there. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit there like that. And on the other side here, you can see that it's still running around a bit. So what I'm going to do, I might just leave it now, I'll put it, I'll hold it, and then I'll let it keep going, and then I'll come back. Okay, so we're back again. It's been about half an hour, and you can see that it's sort of, a lot of it's merged. There's still some little white gaps there, which is absolutely fine. That one's covered, but we've still got more resin to put on, but I am sort of waiting for it to thicken up, and it definitely is thickening up for sure. And that's what we want, because then it's going to hold, which is fine. So what I'm going to do now is sort of come across the top there, and you get a lot more interesting patterns if you can do it like this. So you can see I'm going up and down and not with the grain. I'm going against the grain, as it were. I think that's pretty good. Even then it's still obviously coming off, which it will, and that's fine. Then we'll use our lovely vivid magenta. I'm sort of trying to touch, you know, those little white areas there, which is the cut from underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that for a little bit, and then I'll come back and we can add some more. Okay, so continuing on, I'm just going to put some more around the top here, because it's pulled away as I knew that it would. Just with my spatula, I'm just sort of watching where it comes on. I sort of want it right on the edge, because as I said to you, it will pull back, which is fine. Kind of wanted that kind of white on the top anyway. I mean, really, even if I left doing the whole cup until now, it would have been fine, because this is still reasonably runny. And it's not going to sort of all pour off, which is, we don't want it to pour off, but we do want to have just some interesting shapes, I think. You know, I'm not doing any rhyme nor reason. I'm just sort of just spreading it where I can kind of see a little spot. And this, to a degree, will still all sort of move into one another, because that's the nature of it, unless, as I said to you, we wait and then sort of start the process, I guess, when it's at this stage, so it's a lot thicker. But I love this Bauduo resin for doing this. It is just the best. It's got the loveliest gloss to it, and better than anything else that I have seen on the market. It's amazing. Just the purple. Just trying to spot any little spots now. Making sure that I've covered them. And I can't impress enough, you don't want to put too much resin on, because if you do, it's all just going to pour off in streams. And in particular, it can go, you know, and lump at the bottom, and you'll end up with a big lump. And the only way you can fix that once it's cured is to sand it off, but it'll be like a hump because all the resin has gone down there and settled, so to speak. Okay, so I'll leave that at that there. Done that one. Now what I'm going to do here is, this is our gold. So again, I'm just going to pour it over. Be some thicker bits, some thinner bits. And I can feel this really thickening up, which is great. You can do all sorts of things actually with these, like I have got the foil flakes before, and I've just, in between my fingers, I've just really munched them up so they're tiny and just sprinkled a bit on for a little bit of added interest. And that's always, you know, looked quite lovely. More gold on there. More up here. As I said to you, I'm going to let this go, and it will just keep turning all night, just very slowly, because if you stop it, it's all just going to drizzle off. And that's happened to me before once when we had a workshop, and I went away to catch the post, and I came back and everything, all 6 of them had stopped, and it was like drizzling off. So what had happened is the power had shorted. What a mess. So anyway, I did save them all. I just went straight away, and once I realised, put them on, and then I just had to, just fix them up, and I did. That's actually looking quite pretty now. So we'll see how that goes. Now, this one here, okay, what have we got here? We've got some gorgeous sparkle I'm going to put over that. Again, because it's thick, I'm hoping it's not going to pool off, but it's going to look quite pretty. Oh goodness, it's a bit much there, but anyway, move around. And the other thing I'm going to do is our silver. I'm just going to drizzle that over as well. Here we go. How about that? Again, notice that I'm coming across the grain and not with the flow of the turner, in the hope that it will end up with a nice pattern. It's been such a long time since I've done this, but if my memory serves me correct, you know, that's one of the secrets of getting a nice design at the end. Yep, so I think that'll be quite pretty, especially with a little bit of sparkle there. Lovely. There we go. So we're going to let that continue. I'll just put just a bit more on the end here, just to cover that. Because as I said to you, I know it's going to pull back on that tip there. So this way, it'll just help it a bit. See, if we had that foam bit coming out, then it would all grab on that and end up with a really untidy finish on that rim, and that is not what we want. Gee, this is pretty, this Lorraine shimmer. You know that I love it. It's one of my favourites. Okay, well, it's all looking pretty good. I'm just going to spritz over some of this gorgeous gold puffer. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. And that should be, I think, enough. It's looking a little bit, when I look on the side, it's actually looking a little bit bumpy, but that's okay because I'm quite confident that that's going to go. It's merely because the additional resin that I've just applied is getting thicker, so it's fine. If there's any little bubbles, I can just pop them. I didn't see any others, but oh, there's one there. I mean, you could get your spatula and smear it through if you wanted to. Bit too solid there with the gold, so we'll just swish him around a little bit. This is going to keep, as it's going around over the next few hours, this is probably going to still straighten out a bit like it was, but anyway, I'll just, every now and again, you've got to babysit it. Come back if you're not happy with something, just fiddle with it. It's absolutely fine. Because at the end of the day, it's still going to look absolutely gorgeous. Happy with the way both of these are coming up, actually. And a little bit too much gold there, we'll just do that. Beautiful. All right, everyone, I'm just going to let this continue on now. If I come back to do anything else, I'll pop the camera back on. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for the reveal. Hello, everybody. Here's our reveal. We've got our beautiful tumbler here, the wine tumbler. Some lovely sparkle there showing, and a lovely sunshiny day today. Best way to show this off is in full sun. A little bit of sparkle and, you know, the lovely aqua colours. Very happy with that. My pussycat's meowing because I think he gets anxiety every time I'm away from him, but anyway. There we go. So that is really lovely and perfect for that hot summer's day, even when you're on a picnic or something. You want to keep that glass of bubbles nice and cool. Perfect. So that's that one. And the other one is the smoothie tumbler. I mean, you could have a smoothie, you could use it for anything really, big coffee, I guess even a beer, you know, something to keep things nice and cool. So the colours are really pretty in this. I mean, if you felt that it was a bit busy, all you'd need to do is put less colours on. So you could put maybe 2 and then maybe a bit of a shimmer or something across that. I'm happy with the way this has turned out. It's beautiful and glossy, you can see that. And that's the Bejeweled. It's just an amazing resin, it really is, and perfect for this. I think the secret is also, if you let it sit and wait till it gets a bit thicker, then you know, you've got more control over where you put things. Otherwise, it will tend to, you know, go around in streams. But anyway, that is our smoothie tumbler. Nice and perfect for keeping whatever cool in the summer months. Alrighty, as I said, I've got stock of these, so what I'm going to do is put together a little promotion for you. Keep an eye out for that. I'll do that sort of sometime over the next couple of weeks, and I'll have a kit of the Bejeweled to go with the tumblers. And all you need to do is get your tumbler, if you haven't got one already, get one from online, eBay or Amazon. I think I got mine from eBay, as I said, so have a little look. All right, everybody, that's it for another week. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed showing you how to do this, and I look forward to your company next week. And remember, if you don't give it a go, you'll never know. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and I look forward to your company next week. Bye for now.